Number 1. The Undead Lord of the Palace of Darkness. I don't want to die. I want to be free. To that end, I shall reconcile myself to the fate of becoming a monster. A strange disease that racks up one's entire body with intense never-ending pain, until the person slowly withers away and eventually dies. After a few years of braving through the pain, the boy is in no luxury to even feel despair. With nary a soul to tend to him, he breathes his last. The next time he opened his eyes, the boy had become an undead of the lowest rank through the power of an evil necromancer. The boy rejoices at having his earnest desire fulfilled, which is a body that will never feel pain. However, he realizes that he is still under someone's control and how it was no different from when he was cooped up in the hospital ward. But the world would not leave alone the boy who only wished for peace. The necromancer who revives the boy from the dead, names him and attempts to gain control over him. The undead knights lay their lives on the line to persistently chase after and annihilate the beings of the darkness. With countless monsters under their command, the demon lords rule over their own lands while they all contend for ultimate supremacy. The motivation being survival and freedom. The requirements being caution and power. This is the tale of the cowardly king of the undead. In his pursuit for freedom, he heads into battle and turns tail at times. He knows when to fear his opponents and when to waver in his decisions. Number 2. The Dungeon Seeker. Junpei Takeda, a high school student, is childhood friends with Noriko Tatsumai and is bullied by Kido Shada. One day, while bullying Junpei, they were suddenly summoned to a different world by the whim of God. Summoned heroes with cheats, or so he thought. But it turns out Junpei's stats were even worse than an average farmer. Tricked into a deathly labyrinth by the only one he trusts, he walks the journey for revenge. Number 3. Arifureta Shokugyou de Saikyou. Hajime Nagumo and his high school class are suddenly summoned to a fantastical land as heroes. But while most of his classmates have powerful stats and abilities, Hajime does not. Underappreciated and unprepared, he tumbles into the depths of a monster-infested dungeon where voracity and sacrifice are his only options. To thrive in this savage world, he'll have no choice but to welcome the abyss. Number 4. Nozomanu Fushi no Boukensha. Rent Faina, a 25-year-old adventurer, has been hacking away at monsters for a decade. However, without much talent for the job, Rent finds himself stuck hunting slimes and goblins for meager amounts of coin every day. Little does he know, all this is about to change when he comes across a seemingly undiscovered path in the labyrinth of the moon's reflection. What awaits him at the end of the path, however, is neither treasure nor riches, but a legendary dragon that wastes no time swallowing him whole. Waking up a short time later, Rent finds himself not quite dead, but not very alive either. He is nothing more than a pile of bones. Armed with nothing but his trusty sword, jewel belt, and ghoulish new looks, Rent sets off on his quest as a newly reborn skeleton to achieve existential evolution, hoping to one day return to civilization with a more human form. Will Rent succeed, or will the labyrinth consume him? Number 5. Kichikujima. Takahisa and a group of students in a university club head to the remote Kichikujima Island in search of ruins, but they're immediately attacked by a large man in a pig mask, and their boat sinks, leaving them stranded. The group quickly discovers that the island is inhabited by bloodthirsty cannibals, but there's more going on at Kichikujima Island than meets the eye.